Salud mi gente, what's coming through once again. Before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. For those who've been showing love and support, I do highly appreciate every single one of you guys, man. As many of you guys know, Big U, man, lost his son, right? There's a big thing going on, that something about the streets, that this neighborhood against this neighborhood, that this person did it, or this other person did it. Who knows, right? But what people are not concentrating is on the man. Big U, who's facing, I believe, 30 years. And the guy is already up there, right? He's an older individual. So we're talking about he might be out when he's like 80 years old or something like that, right? Right? Something like that. So imagine going through that stress of courts. Not knowing who's telling on you, not knowing who's going to flip on you, who's going to give more information, and not knowing what the outcome of your case might be, right? And then all of a sudden, you get that phone call and they say, hey man, your son is no longer with us, man. I cannot imagine how painful that is. You know, especially for you, for you guys who are parents, man. It is something that it does not supposed to happen. You know, the right thing to be is like the parents are supposed to go first, man, and then after that the children is gonna follow, right? So for those who have been through that, man, and I don't know what to say, man. I don't know how you guys did it, man. Simple as that. I don't know how you guys did it. Well, this guy ended up doing a request to attend his son's funeral, right? If this request was not gonna be granted, we're talking about the next time he was gonna be able to see or be close to his son is like 30 years from now. 30 years from now, right? So it seemed only right to give him that opportunity to go and attend his son's funeral. As for right now, that request being granted, and it is scheduled. He's scheduled to attend his funeral. So I don't know how with county works or with the federal, wherever he's at, right? But when it comes to prison, right? What I know is that when you get that request, when you submit that request and it gets granted, you're supposed to pay the seals. It comes out of your pocket, and I believe it's 4 hours over overtime. I believe that's what it is, right? And you're supposed to have, I believe, 2 seals. I think that the inmates who are allowed to attend funerals, it has to be from the lower levels. Of course, level 4, we can't do that. There's no way, man. I don't know about level 3s, but one experience I can tell you is that when you see somebody receiving that call, that's like that call that many inmates fear. Getting that phone call and saying, hey, your mom passed away. Hey, your dad passed away. Your family member passed away. Because especially for those inmates who've been in there for years, and they will receive that call for those lifers. Receiving that call and getting notice that your loved one is no longer with you, man, it's a pain that nobody can describe. It has never happened to me, but actually it has happened to my Sally. I heard the people, they come to the program office and they receive a call over there, but what I have witnessed, at least with my Sally, they call them to the counselor's office in the same building, right? This is like a 270, so if you see those in the rotunda, you're gonna see 2 buildings, 2 offices. One is the cops' offices, and the other one is the counselors. So the counselor came in, let's say like on the afternoon, like 3 p.m. when the counselor is supposed to be leaving already, right? So he came in at 3 or 4 p.m., something like that. And they called my Sally out of nowhere. They popped the door, said, hey, go attend the counselor's office. And I seen him go over there. I seen him that he was sitting down. And I seen the counselor dialing a number, right? I'm pretty sure they got that extension to call outside, and then after that they dialed the number. Or maybe that counselor was waiting for a phone call to come through, right? And then after the counselor picked up the phone, he passed to my Sally. I don't know what was said in that phone call, but I know that when my Sally came in, he told me from the gate, hey man, my mom passed away, right? At that time, my Sally, I think he was like 54. He was 54. And he said, my Sally, my mom passed away, man. And the guy was sad, of course, you know. I don't know what to say, man. It was like, man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's messed up, you know. And he was a lifer. And as a lifer, you don't know how they're going to react, you know. Me and my Sally were cool. Almost, with my Sallies, I'm usually cool, you know. Once in a while, you get a J-can and stuff like that. But other than that, I get good at Sallies, man. And, you know, I give him his space. Like we talked about it a little bit, and that's crazy. Then he was talking to me about his mom and stuff like that, you know. And all you can't do is just listen, you know. Just let him vent, you know, and just give him conversation. That's all it is, man. Once he's done, you know, he's done. Let him be, right? Let him be. Don't be pushing. Hey man, how you feeling? What's up with your mom? You know, don't be pushing that stuff because you don't know what he's feeling, you know. And as long as he don't open that door of sharing with you guys, with you, or trying to initiate another conversation when it has to do with his mom, I'd suggest not to do it. Why? Because sometimes you can sound like too pushy, and people deal or mourn with their loss in different ways, right? And that's a phone call that a lot of people fear. And for what I know, I don't think you can get them on the level force, man. But this is what this situation reminds me of. Especially, we cannot compare a parent with the son, of course. But Big U was actually very lucky that he was granted this chance to go visit the funeral of his son. And I believe the reason why he got granted is because he turned himself in. He showed that he was he was responsible. He was able to take accountability. And I think the judge seen that and gave him that opportunity, man. Again, we don't know what's going to happen on the streets. We have heard different content creators speaking about what's going to happen. Big U saying this. There's the phone call from Big U. Like different type of stuff that nowadays you don't know if it's true or not. And a lot of people just put it out there just for content. And it is sad sometimes when people just capitalize on stuff like this, right? Honestly, it is sad. The only thing we can speak on is on things that we know, how it happened, and I wanted to share that experience with you. Even though it never happened to me, man, it happened to one of my Sallies. And he ended up, as a lifer, he ended up regaining his freedom after 34 years. No, he was 32. The other homeboy had 34. But after 32 years, I believe it was it was the homie from Hawaiian Gardens. That was my Sally, man, who went through that. I believe it was him. But it's something that I want to share with you. And when you go to prison, that's something you're gonna deal with. That's the phone call that every lifer is gonna get. That one of his parents passed away. Imagine that, doing all this time, and on the back of your head is like, okay, that phone call is gonna come. That phone call and where my sister, my brother calls me and tells me, hey, mom's, pops is no longer with us is gonna come. And the crazy thing about that is that they're not gonna have the chance of say goodbye. They're not. I don't think if you're a lifer, they allow you to go and say goodbyes. I don't think they'll give you that chance, right? But that is reality of the four walls, man. That is the reality of doing time, man. And that's what I always say, man. Doing time is not cool, man. That people that brag on that it's not cool, man. Trust me. The best thing to do is just enjoy life how you're supposed to enjoy life. Be responsible. Build something for yourself. build something for your family. Strive to become a better person every day. And you know what? Just enjoy life. A lot of people are worried about things that don't matter anymore, things that shouldn't be in their lives no more if they're not part of the life or whatever that the case might be, right? Let's just concentrate on things that have meaning in our lives, or growth, our family, or financial stability, man. Let's concentrate on those things, man, and start worrying about what the next man has to say or have to think, or is gonna think about us, because that thing is not, it's not gonna benefit you in no kind of way. You know, there's no benefit from that. You know, when we learn to think about ourselves and work for ourselves, that's when you know that you're doing the right thing. So with this being said, we are out. The next video. Saludos a todos. Have a wonderful day.